Once, there was a man whose name was Asemong. He was an opportunist. He always wanted to become a rich man. So he tried his luck in various ways, but unsuccessful. One of the main reasons for his unsuccessful attempts was that he failed to understand that life was competition, and in order to compete with others, one needed to be hardworking as well as intelligent. Rich people normally used to study the nature of winds and winter atmosphere and select their fields for jumming. In that way, they used to get rich harvest. But Asemong did not know such things. He only relied on his friends' advice. Knowing his ambition, his friends used to play a trick on him. They said, "Good harvest is possible only when we cultivate the field where the soil is damp." Asemong believed what his friends said. He purchased a field from one of his friends, which located by the foothill where the soil was damp. That year, other villagers cultivated their fields in the uphill where there was less obstruction so that the crops could get good sunlight. Asemong, however, cultivated the field he just purchased from his friend, which was located in the foothill, thinking that he could get better harvest than others as told by his friends. But unfortunately this didn't happen, because that year there was excessive rain, and when the torrential rain came, parts of the crops were damaged. The remaining plants which withstood against the torrential rain did not bear normal fruit as there was poor sunlight. This resulted to poor harvest in spite of his hard work. Instead of becoming rich, the food grains he gathered could not even reach next harvest, thus compelled him to borrow food grains from a rich man for survival of his family. The following year, too, he wanted to try his luck once again so as to become richer than others. He selected a field located uphill. He prepared soil and disseminated seeds proportionately all over the field. But that year, other villagers cultivated their field located foothills. Unfortunately, there was poor rain that year. So, those who cultivated by foothills got a good harvest, but Asemong got a poor harvest since his field was located uphill, which did not get sufficient rain. As a result, he was again compelled to borrow food grains from the same rich man as in the previous year. He also reared some cows, so one of his friends suggested him, "My friend Asemong, instead of cattle, if you rear mithun too, you will get more benefit since it is more valuable than cow." Listening to his friend's advice, he sold off all his cows, and with the barter, he bought a female calf of mithun. After 3 years, the mithun gave birth. But unfortunately, one day a herd of wolves came and killed both of his mithuns in the jungle. He could not even see the skulls of his 2 mithuns from the jungle. Since his plan did not work out well in both the attempts, one day he went and consulted a witchcraft who told him, "Very soon you will be a rich man if you could buy the dresses of a rich man, but before that you must kill a chicken, prepare a dish with it for me so that you will get rich blessing." The real intention of the witchcraft was to eat chicken from him, so Asemong killed a fat chicken and offered special meal to the witchcraft. Asemong was fully convinced that he would become rich one day, so he was imagining of the miracle to happen in his house. "Very soon I shall be a rich man," he thought. "So, in advance, I shall purchase the dresses of a rich man as told by the witch." In order to purchase rich men's dresses, he sold off his fields. He then purchased all the items of dresses rich men used to own. He also purchased a costly casket for storing precious elements. Unfortunately, however, the prediction of the witchcraft also did not fulfill. Without a second thought, he would hastily listen to whatever others advised him to do, but each time he would be the loser. So lastly, he realized that one should not take decision at the influence of others. The moral of the story is that true success requires critical thinking, hard work, and independent judgment, rather than blindly relying on the advice of others. Asemong's repeated failures stem from his desire for easy shortcuts to wealth and his naive willingness to let opportunistic friends and a deceitful witch make his decisions for him. By failing to study his trade, adapt to his environment, or question the motives behind the guidance he received, he lost everything. Ultimately, his journey teaches us that we must take ownership of our own choices and actions, as outsourcing our judgment to others will only lead to ruin.